Hello everyone, welcome you all in the lecture of IC engine fuel and lubricants. The topic for this session is SI engine fuel injection system. These are the contents for this lecture: carburetor drawbacks, fuel injection system in SI engine, MPFI, and we will do some numerical problem on carburetor. So, in previous lectures we have discussed what is carburation, simple forming of air fuel mixture in correct amount and at correct time according to your operating condition. It is the function of carburetor, and the simple carburetor working we have seen the simple carburetor which has limitations, its own limitations, and these limitations are overcome with the help of modern carburetors. By using some modification, we are able to give to overcome the drawbacks which was in the case of simple carburetor. So, modern carburetors thou highly developed, but have also their drawbacks. We will discuss these drawbacks one by one. So, first drawback of the modern carburetor is in multi-cylinder engines the mixture supplied to various cylinder varies in quality and quantity, since the induction passages are of unequal lengths and offer different resistance to mixture flow. The mixture proportion is also affected due to fuel condensation in induction manifold. The outcome of this statement is, with the help of modern carburetor, it is suitable for single cylinder, but if you employed the carburetor in multi cylinder operations, then it is found that if you are using let 4 cylinder engine, and this is the common manifold, so mixture is supplied from here, and you can see this is cylinder 1, 2, 3 and 4, and during the flow of the mixture here the distance of cylinder 1, 2, 3 and 4 is different. So, it has been found, because of the resistance during the passages, it has been found that air fuel mixture is not uniform for all the cylinder. If you consider air fuel mixture as equivalent ratio, that phi 1, phi 2, phi 3 and phi 4 for the same operating conditions, because they have to burn one by one. So, for the same operating condition, it has been found that if this mixture is supplied by carburetor, then phi 1 is different from phi 2, phi 2 is different from phi 3 and phi 3 is different from phi 1, but all these values are not equal. So, you can supply correct mixture to it, you can supply correct mixture to it, but the cylinders which are away from the carburetor, because of the geometry, because of the limitations and restrictions during the flow, it has been found that air fuel ratio for the same operating condition varies. So, variation in air fuel ratio for multi cylinder operation is the biggest drawback of the carburetor. If it happens, what will be, if for the same operating condition, if you supply different air fuel ratio for different cylinder, there will be non uniform power generation, there will be vibrations in the cranks, and more fuel may be burned, their life may be threatened, and also the efficiency may be poor. So, that is why this drawback is considered very seriously. So, the first was a multi-cylinder engine. The mixture supplied to various cylinders varies in quality and quantity. Since the induction passages are of unequal lengths and offer different resistance to mixture flow. The mixture proportion is also affected due to fuel condensation in induction manifold. Also, it has been observed that this induction manifold, the fuel may be condensed, because the purpose of carburetor to is provide fuel air ratio. So, this first cylinder is getting fuel air ratio proper mix, but when this mixture travel for the longest one cylinder, the because of the flow of that charge, they may release some heat to the surrounding, they get cool. So, the fuel plus air, here in air the fuel amount, the fuel vapors may get condensed and the fuel air ratio becomes leaner for the farthest one and richer for the very nearer cylinder. And the fuel droplets here which are condensed can be inserted directly into the cylinder and they emits hydrocarbon emissions. So, the point 1 represent that variation in air fuel for multi cylinder operation. So, variation effects, what are the effects of this variation? Less power and emissions may be higher, and also fuel consumption is higher. So, this is the problem of modern carburetor. Now, the second problem is carburetors with their choke tubes, jets, throttle valves, inlet pipe, bends etc., do not give a free flow passage for the mixture. Thus, there is loss of volumetrics on this account, because in carburetor we use throttle valve, choke tubes, and these are the restrictions for the flow. So, because of this, the volumetric efficiency, you know that what is volumetric efficiency means the charge actually inducted during the suction stroke is less. That is why volumetric efficiency is less if you use the carburetor in multi cylinder or in single cylinder also. It is more in multi cylinder, the loss in volumetric efficiency is more in multi cylinder. You increase the number of cylinders, there is more, there is passage length will be increased, more restrictions. So, volumetric efficiency will be lower for carburetor. So, this is the second drawback, less volumetric efficiency. Third, the carburetor has many wearing parts. After wear it operates less efficient, because the carburetor is having choke, the throttle valve, there some connection to the throttle valve linkages etc. So, it provides the resistances, it provides wear tear. So, it reduces the life performance of the carburetor. So, this one is the another drawback, means more wearing, more parts, so more wearing. Next point is freezing may take place at low temperature unless special means are provided to obviate this. If you use your vehicle at some colder space, then it may be possible that your fuel may get freezed, fuel droplets may get freezed. So, freezing at low temperature is a problem with the carburetor. Next, the surging of the fuel takes place when the carburetor is tilted or during acrobatics in aircrafts. So, when the this is the another problem, surging of the fuel when your vehicle is tilted, or if you go uphill side or downhill side, then the carburetor is not at the normal level. So, because of this surging takes place and it may disturb the working of the carburetor. Then backfiring may take place and there is risk of fuel ignition outside the carburetor unless flame traps are provided. So, backfiring is another problem with the carburetor, maybe pre-ignition also be there in the case of modern carburetor, because mixture has to travel before injection to into the combustion chamber, SI engine combustion chamber. So, backfiring is also a problem, or it is a drawback of the modern carburetors. So, there are 5 drawbacks, mainly drawbacks. These drawbacks are variation in air fuel ratio for multi-cylinder operation, less volumetric efficiency, more wearing, freezing at low temperature, surging of fuel and backfiring. So, these drawbacks can be eliminated if we use the fuel injection system. Nowadays, we are using fuel injection system in SI engine. So, 2 important methods of injections are continuous injection and time injection. We will take one by one. Continuous injection, here the fuel is sprayed at low pressure continuously into the air supply. Means you can easily understand this, let this is a carburetor, fuel here, air here, let this is intake manifold. So, in continuous injection only air is, this carburetor is replaced by a fuel injector, air is supplied and fuel is injected in the inlet manifold, and the pressure at the intake manifold is very less than atmospheric. So, you have to supply the fuel sprayed at low pressure, and why it is called continuously? We supply fuel continuously, there is no timing device, that is why it is called continuous injection system. The amount of fuel is governed by the air throttle opening increasing as throttle is opened. We have discussed it, that if you increase the throttle there will be more carburation depression, and if there is more carburation depression we need more fuel. So, that is controlled, the fuel ignition, the fuel injection is totally governed by the throttle opening. It is, there is no timing device type thing, it is totally governed with the help of delta P. If you, because you know that what is supercharged, if you supply fuel or air at higher density, it is called supercharged engine. So, in case of supercharged engine you can use SI engine as supercharged engine also. Here the fuel may be injected in the form of multiple spray into the suction side of the centrifugal compressor. Means here we will inject the fuel at lower pressure. If you inject the fuel after compression you have to use higher pressure pumps. So, in supercharged cases, supercharged engine cases, we supply fuel spray before the compression in centrifugal compression. Then efficient atomization of fuel and uniform mixture strength to all cylinders. What is the effect of it? So, efficient atomization of fuel and uniform mixture strength to all of cylinders. So, with the help of continuous injection, which was the drawback of the carburetor, here the efficient atomization of fuel occurs and there is phi remains constant for all the cylinders. Also, a very interesting thing is also happening because of the evaporative effect of the fuel cools. If you inject the fuel or if you inject the fuel, so what will happen? The temperature of that space, the temperature, if you inject a fuel, suppose there is air having some temperature, and if you are injecting fuel here from here and this is this air molecules. So, this is droplets of fuel will absorb heat from the surrounding air and cool this space, cooling, and because of the cooling density is increased. So, it increases the volumetric efficiency. So, injection system increases the volumetric efficiency, which was the drawback of the earlier system. This method requires only one fuel injection pump and one injector. Second one is timed injection system. It is similar to the system used in high speed diesel engines. This system is similar to the diesel injection system. It is of two type, multi-wheel plunger jerk pump systems. So, it employs a pump you have pump and plunger, and pump is common and plunger is different for all the cylinders. Pressure is varies from 100 to 300. A measured quantity of fuel is delivered here into each cylinder during the induction stroke at correct time for a correct period. So, here the timing device is used, that is why it is called timed injection, because the measured amount at correct time and correct amount we have to inject into the cylinders. So, these are the advantages of petrol injection system: increased volumetric efficiency, hence increased power and torque due to absence of any restrictions, because there are no choke and throttle type of things, better distribution of mixture to each cylinder, and hence lower specific fuel consumption, which was the problem with the carburetor, lower mixture temperature in engine cylinder despite the increase in power developed, and hence possibility of employing higher compression ratio. Here with the help of fuel injection system we can go for higher compression ratio. Using higher compression ratio increases the efficiency. Freedom from blowbacks and icing, which was the problem with the carburetor. Also it is better for starting and acceleration purpose also, because in acceleration time we need more fuel suddenly. So, it is able, timed injection system is able to provide the required amount of fuel during the acceleration. So, engine fitted with petrol injection system can be used in tilt position, which will cause surge trouble. So, there is no surge trouble type things, but disadvantages are higher initial cost, more components, so more wear and tear, and it generate more noise also. This is the MPFI now. MPFI it is a type of gasoline injection system. In S gasoline or petrol injection system we can say in SI engine, it stands for multi point fuel injection system. Each cylinder separate fuel injector that supplied fuel from the fuel tank to the cylinder. So, here from the diagram you can see that air is coming and these are the fuel line, these are the injectors, this is the intake valve, this is the intake manifold, this is intake port. So, air is coming, these are the injectors, all the feedbacks is given to the computer, and computer is connected to sensors, and with the help of feedback systems it gives you the power required, it gives you the fuel required for the combustion for giving you the required power. So, MPFI system is the most advanced gasoline injection system to the automobile industry. It is perfect blend of or combination of electronics, mechanical, computer and electrical engineering that make this system more advanced. These are the components of solenoid injector, ECU, electronic control unit. It gives you the control on the ignition and quality of according to the quality of the fuel. It uses some sensors for monitoring different temperatures, RPM of the engine, throttle position, because with the help of throttle position you are able to find how much fuel has to be injected. It is totally computer based system, and nowadays we are using this MPFI in our luxury cars, normal cars also. Previously it was used only in the aircraft, but nowadays because of the problem in the carburetor we are using MPFI for the SI engines. So, air filters to remove solid particles from the atmospheric air. Now, you can see from the here the working of the MPFI. In the MPFI system, using the fuel pump which is driven by electric motor is used to spray fuel into the engine intake. So, here these are the components, this is the throttling position sensor, this is manifold absolute pressure sensor, oxygen sensor, oxygen coming out in the exhaust, and crank shaft position sensor. These are all inputs, these are all sensors which are connected to the ECU, and ECU gives the command to the fuel pump, and this fuel pump is electrically driven. The filtered fuel come to the common rail, and here the excess fuel is if it comes, if the excess amount of fuel is came into this rail, this is revert back to the fuel tank, and here the fuel, these are the 1, 2, 3, 4 cylinder engine, these are the fuel injector. So, correct amount, how much air or how much fuel has to be entered directly, fuel air mixture directly added, it is depending upon these sensors. So, this techniques helps to provide an accurate air fuel ratio at the operating condition. The suction pressure of the engine is used to spray the fuel into the cylinders. In carburetors, the vacuum is used to provide the fuel, and you can see that single injector is placed on the intake port of the different cylinders. Using the electrical fuel pump, fuel from the fuel tank supplies to each fuel injector equally. So, because it is computer based, so it supplied equal amount of fuel to all the cylinders. There is no problem like in modern carburetor here. The process of fuel injection occurs simultaneously in each injector once in every rotation. So, now we come to the classification of MPFI system. So, MPFI system is classified into two types, DMPFI system and LMPFI system. DMPFI is a manifold fuel injection system and LMPFI is a port fuel injection system. This diagram you can easily understand what is the difference between these. So, here you can see that air is coming, air flow sensor is here, it will sense the amount of air which is sucked and it gives the command to the ECU, and ECU gives command to this air flow sensor to the injector, and that correct amount of fuel will be injected directly to the engine here. That is why it is known as injection near port. The injection of the fuel occurs near the port, that is why it is LMPFI is a port fuel injection system. So, mixture of fuels comes from here, it is injected at the correct amount near the. So, what the ECU takes, it takes commands from the how much RPM of the engine and what are the air flow in here. And DMPFI and LMPFI, they are not much more, they are not different, they are very light difference. In DMPFI is manifold fuel injection system. The amount of fuel is not injected here, it is injected somewhere here in the port. So, this is the DMPFI system. So, advantages of MPFI system, the power generated by the engine is more than the carburation system. Due to accurate mixture of air fuel supplied to each cylinder, the difference between power generated at each cylinder is negligible. Engine vibrations from MPFI equipped engines are very less. Hence, the life of MPFI system equipped engines is high. If there is less vibration, the life will be less. The system is very responsive in case of sudden acceleration. Lower fuel consumption leads better mileage, volumetric efficiency of MPFI is higher, but disadvantages is it required more space and complex and costly. Now, we will do a problem on simple carburetor, a simple jet carburetor, all the parameters are given, you can see the air initially or the temperatures given. So, from here we will write all the parameters, the velocity of air at throat is given by this equation. Here this equation is based upon the exact analysis. We will solve this equation by exact analysis, because here the you can see from here the all the values are given, and the mass flow rate, density, you can write all these things, mass flow rate of the fuel, these are the initial conditions of pressure and temperature given. So, you can understand that you have to solve this problem from exact analysis. We have done the derivations for exact analysis. With the help of those derivations, the velocity C2 of C2 is the velocity of air at throat area, C2 is the velocity of air at the throat area. We have derived this equation, C2 is equal to Cp under root 2 to Gp T1 1 minus P2 over P1 gamma minus 1 upon gamma. You can see that equation, and with the help of that equation all the values are given, C2 is given, CD is given, solve this equation, you will write plus 3 into 300 is temperature 1 minus P 2 over P 1, all the values are given. So, here from here P 2 is calculated like this. So, P 2 comes out 1.013 into 0.925 and it comes out 0.937 bar. So, P 1 V 1 to power gamma is equal to P 2 V 2 power gamma. So, V 2 is equal to V 1. From here what is V 1? Specific volume of air at the entry. So, R T P 1 R T 1 upon P 1. So, P 1 upon P 2 1 upon 1.4, we will write all the, we will calculate the value of specific volume at point 2, and now we have to evaluate throat area, which is given by continuity equation A 2 m A mass flow rate of air into specific volume of air upon C 2. So, mass flow rate of air, it is given to you 6 kg of air per minute. So, you have to change this per minute into per second. So, that is why 6 by 60 specific volume you have evaluated from here 0.898 divided by C 2. C 2 is given to you 92 flow of velocity, it is given to you. So, you will put all these values, we will able to find diameter d 2. Now, the pressure drop at the venturi is evaluated as P 1 minus P 2, P 1 is atmospheric pressure and P 2 is evaluated from here. And because it is this factor is given, the pressure drop at the jet is equal to 0.75 into the pressure drop at the venturi. So, it comes out the answer. So, in this lecture we have discussed all these parameters, how, what are the carburetor drawbacks, these are the 5 drawbacks: variation in air fuel relation, multi-cylinder, less volumetric efficiency, over wearing, freezing, surging of fuel, backfiring, and these are very serious drawbacks, and nowadays they are very serious because emissions are a bigger problem. New norms are coming day by day and the emissions are the challenging. So, we have to shift over, and we have almost shifted to the fuel injection system in SI engine. We have discussed the continuous injection system, its advantages, disadvantages, timed injection system, its type, multiple plunger jerk pump system, then advantage of petrol injection system, disadvantages. We have discussed the MPFI and all the working of the system. So, this was all about for this lecture. Thank you so much.